Picture this, the mid-1970s. The oil crisis of 1973 had Maserati's French sugar daddy on the brink of bankruptcy. Maserati and Citroën went through a tumultuous breakup not even 2 years later, and Maserati was left a shell of its former self. Things may have seemed dire, but with a new direction from a fresh president, Maserati got its groove back in the shape of a new luxury sedan. De Tomaso, the brains behind the Mangusta and Pantera sports cars, and founded by Alejandro de Tomaso, picked up Maserati after its break from Citroën. The Argentinian racer-turned-businessman built his own Italian sports cars and luxury sedans successfully for almost 20 years. Who better to heel Maserati? Under Citroën, the second generation of the Maserati Quattroporte had lost sight of who it was meant to be. It had front-wheel drive and proprietary hydropneumatic suspension, and a Hemi V6, smaller than the V8 in the car it replaced. All its mechanical layout and technology stemmed from the Citroën SM, and the Maserati Quattroporte quickly became too expensive and too complex. Under De Tomaso, any evidence of the car's Citroën SM heritage was trashed right away. France, gone. Italy, in. De Tomaso's replacement had to be true to its Italian roots, meaning a return to Maserati's hand-built V8 engine. It had to rival the most luxurious cars on the planet, and it needed to prove that Maserati didn't need Citroën. But as a born-again company starting new, there wasn't a whole lot of money to go around. Maserati had to get creative. That meant borrowing the chassis from the De Tomaso DeVille sedan, built at De Tomaso's own Modena factory. The DeVille had a classic front-engine V8 rear-wheel drive platform and luxurious four-door layout that was needed for a new Quattroporte. Even though the Quattroporte had no platform, you couldn't tell. Pininfarina styled new bodywork. The interior was made from an entire grove of briarwood trees and leather sourced from a whole herd of Italian cattle. Well, maybe not, but it was lush. The Quattroporte needed to slap you across the face with how Italian it was. The people wanted classic styling, a V8, and to be swaddled in leather, so that's what they got. From 1979 until the end in 1990, the third-generation Quattroporte sold over 2,000 examples worldwide. It did well, and it proved that Maserati just needed to get back to its traditional, tried-and-true roots. Likely, without De Tomaso's refreshed Quattroporte 3, Maserati might not have survived the decade. Here's the thing about breakups. Once you were out of the relationship, you realized that you simply were not yourself when you were with them. You didn't recognize the person you saw in the mirror. What you needed, really, was a beautiful Argentinian man to take you in his arms and say, "I know who you really are, and I'm going to celebrate it." And then you lay together and become the best version of yourself because of him. Just like the third generation Quattroporte.